Hey 5th grade, it's Mrs. Kyoka with your Flipped Math lesson for today, 3-9. Today's objective is I can draw a picture and solve a multiplication equation. I think you're going to find today's lesson to feel very simple compared with the last few lessons that we've had. Here is our first problem. In 1990, a painting sold for $575. In 2006, that same painting sold for 5 times as much. What was the price of the painting in 2006? I'm going to look for my important information here, and I see that one piece of very important information is that the painting sold for $575 first, and then in 2006 it sold for 5 times as much. So I've already got a clue here where that word times comes in. I know I'm going to multiply. And then it's asking how much the painting was worth in 2006. So I know I'm going to multiply times 5, that number 575. So here is a picture that I've drawn to show what is happening in my problem. So I know that the cost of one painting, so this is going to be one painting, was $575. And I have to figure out, well, how much was it times 5? Because it increased in value 5 times. So I drew this simple picture to show how multiplication is the same as repeated addition. If I added this one plus this one plus this one plus this one plus this one, that's going to give me the answer, or I can multiply. Now, the part that I don't know right now is how much this whole thing adds up to be, or multiplies out to be. So the unknown amount, remember when we've done this before? If it's an unknown amount, I get to use a cool letter to show that I don't know something yet. So I do know that one painting was $575. I know that there's going to be 5 of them, so I drew them, but I don't know how much that is all put together. So I'm going to use the letter, I think I will use the letter A for art. So I'm going to draw an equation, or I'm going to write an equation now. My equation has to have numbers, it has to have an equal sign. And in this one, it's also going to have the letter A. So I know that $575 times 5 will equal this whole amount here, the part that I don't know, which is the letter A in this problem. So I have to figure out, well, how much is A worth? So I'm going to multiply 575 times 5. Now I could add that up. I could just add, but it's much faster to multiply. So I'm going to do that. 5 times 5 is 25. Put down the 5, carry the 2. 5 times 7 is 35, plus 2 more is 37. Put down the 7, carry the 3. 5 times 5 is 25, 28. So now 2,875. So my answer is 2,875 equals A. This is our final answer. Okay? But this right there, this whole thing right here, right there, that's the equation. And we have to be able to write the equation and draw a picture today. And then we find the answer. Here's another practice problem for us. Each painting at an art show is assigned a team of judges. So every painting has some people that are going to judge it and say how good it is. There are 9 teams of judges. If each team reviews 27 pieces of art, how many paintings are there in all? Okay, the important information is that there's 9 teams of judges, and each team will review 27 pieces of art. So I have to figure out, well, how many are there going to be in all? If each team reviews 27 pieces, how many will the 9 teams review altogether? So I'm going to be doing 27 times 9, it sounds like. But it's not just figuring out the multiplication today, it's also drawing a picture and writing an equation. So here's my picture. I took the number 27, I put them in boxes. Each box represents one team. There were 9 teams in all, so I have 9 boxes. The amount that covers this whole thing, that's the part that I don't know. And since I don't know it, I'm going to put a letter for the unknown amount. Today, this time I'll use P for picture. Okay, so I know that there's 27, and I'm going to multiply times 9, and that will give me the answer that's right now is the letter P. So I've got to figure out what that letter P really equals. So I'm going to multiply 27 times 9 to find the answer. 9 times 7 is 63. Put down the 3, carry the 6. 9 times 2 is 18, plus 6 more is 24. Put down the 4, and then the 2, 243. So 243 equals the amount P. And that is the answer for that problem. Okay, now it's your turn. You will need to draw a picture, write an equation, and then solve the problem. Okay, so in that order, picture, then equation, then solve the problem. All right, here's your first problem. Sharon's stationery store has 219 boxes of cards. Mary's store has 3 times as many boxes of cards. How many boxes does Mary's store have? Find the important information, draw your picture, create an equation, and then solve it. Okay, so you should have drawn something similar to this. 3 boxes, and each box is 219. Then we have this unknown amount here. I use the letter B, and then I multiplied to find out what B is going to equal. So up here is my equation. 219 times 3 will equal B. So you have to have that. That's the equation. So we have the picture right here. We have the equation right there. Now I solved it. 219 times 3 equals 657. So B equals 657. Number 2. Franklin lives 10 times as far away from Royal Stadium as Ethan. If Ethan lives 44 miles away from Royal Stadium, how many miles does Franklin live from the stadium? Find your important information, make an equation, or sorry, make a picture, then an equation, then solve the problem. Okay, so here's my picture. I showed one box is 44 miles, so that represents how far Ethan lives from Royal Stadium, but Franklin lives 10 times as far. So I put 10 boxes next to each other. This distance, then, I don't know the total, so that's the unknown amount. So I put the letter M for this amount that I don't know this time. And my equation is 44 times 10 equals M. Then this one I could just multiply in my head, and I got 440 equals M as my final answer. Number 3. Rochelle helped her mom clean out the attic over the weekend. They took 8 15-minute breaks. How many minutes did they spend on breaks? Okay, I took 15, put it in a box, put 8 of them next to each other. Then I knew that the unknown amount, the part I don't know, is how much is this total? And I gave it the letter M again. I must like the letter M. Then I multiplied to find 15 times 8 equals M. This is the equation. Then I solved the equation by multiplying 15 times 8, and I got 120 minutes equals M. All right, guys, that's it for today. Pretty cool, huh? All right, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.